Is there enough room in the Marvel Universe for Steve Rogers and Sam Wilson, for Bruce Banner and Amadeus Cho, for Logan and Laura?
The short answer is yes. Yes, they do have a place in the Marvel Universe. This was never a question. And to those who said that Marvel would never learn, even while I was clinging on to the tiniest bit of hope, that they have to be realizing that they're losing sales. They have to realize that it's story and writing that's going to keep us coming back. This entire trailer, thus the entire reason for Generations to exist, is predicated on the assumption that we don't like the Marvel Universe these days because of diversity, not because of writing. Which means that when they walked back the statement that comic book fans hate diversity, they were lying. They really believe this.
This is the big question everyone's asking. There is room for all of them.
Come on, Alexis, nobody's saying that these characters can't exist. That was never a problem. The fact that he's still riding this particular bicycle tells me that he hasn't joined us in the 20th century yet, and we're already in the 21st. And what's worse is I think we have more respect for these characters than they do, because we are saying give them their own identity. For Christ's sake, like I said before, you took away a black man's identity so he could assume the white man's identity. And I know I'm the only one outraged by this, but it does seem weird to me that at the height of the Falcon's popularity, his identity was stripped away from him. But in some ways, this proves my point. Just a little side note, if you hear a little drumming, that's because we're going through a bad thunderstorm here. I Google imaged Captain America Marvel Comics, and this is what came up. And the only images, now granted, this is only the first 3 rows, of Captain America was Steve Rogers. The only images of Sam Wilson were of the Falcon. That is his identity. Let him be the Falcon, which I'm glad they're bringing that title back. But being the naturally curious person I am, I decided to do this with, if not all, some of the Marvel Legacy characters. I used Google Image to search for the Hulk, and as you can see, no Amadeus Cho, however there is a She-Hulk. Type in Wolverine and there's no Laura to be found, but hey look, there is Cable Wolverine, so they know that some other people were Wolverine before. I believe that was from the Ultimates universe though. So when I typed in X-23, what did I get? I got all Laura. Well, okay, one picture of Logan fighting Laura. But point being is she already had an identity. She was established, and they took that away to give her a man's identity. Why are the SJW people happy that this is happening again? I'm confused. Lady Thor did a little bit better because she's got one photo. However, so does 1951 Thor, that weird red and blue looking guy in the left-hand corner. Captain Marvel, I think, shows that Carol Danvers has established herself as the new Captain Marvel, and that's fine. Marvel is and has been dead for the longest time, but I am glad to see that the original and real Captain Marvel made an appearance at least once. Ms. Marvel, I thought, fared the best of the legacy characters. I don't really count Captain Marvel as a legacy character. She was Ms. Marvel before, and she took the reins of Captain Marvel really before all of the SJW stuff happened. However, I think that Kamala Khan can be her own person in the Ms. Marvel name because it just seems a natural progression. I don't know. If you feel differently, let me know in the comments below.
Generation springs out of a key moment in Secret Empire. The characters enter into the vanishing point. This is a unique place that allows them to have a singular experience, to interact and have a meaningful encounter that will shape them moving forward.
Well, this confirms the suspicions that they're taken out of the 616. Now, I don't read solicitations because there's a lot of spoilers in there, and I try to go in fresh, so you guys may be more educated about this than I am. However, yeah, like I said, a lot of people are thinking, oh, it's not going to take place in the regular universe, and now they confirmed it.
We're not going to be sidelining or eliminating any of the younger, newer characters that we've introduced over the past couple of years, and in fact, they will all be prominent players.
And this is where the breakdown happens, isn't it? They think we're trying to take away the toys. They think we want them to throw away the characters and not just change the names to something original and write original characters. Nightwing is the original legacy character. When he was Robin, he trained with Batman, and then eventually said he wanted to be his own guy. Yes, he has put on the cowl, but he always took it off to be his own character. This kid has been around for 75 years. That's longer than most Marvel Universe characters. And he is his own identity now. No one cared about X-23 or had a problem with her until she became Wolverine. At a comic shop here in Florida, I had a chance to sit next to Mr. Perez, George Perez, and have a conversation. I asked him, what do you think about the way they're treating Donna Troy? This is around Infinite Crisis. And Donna Troy was messed up completely. And he says, well, you know, at a certain point, you have to let go of the character. You know, I did my time on him. Now it's the next guy's time. And he was very cordial about it. And I love the fact that I got to interview George Perez. I know we were really just having a polite conversation, but I was a freaking fanboy asking him question after question after question. He is the nicest guy and incredibly patient with, at the time, a 35-year-old fanboy. But the point is, he was able to separate himself from the character. He realized that some of his work was going to please some people and some of it wasn't. And he was able to separate himself from that. I don't think that Tom Brevoort or any of the Marvel creators right now can do this. They want to take their ball and go home until we agree that what they're doing is perfectly fine. And that, I think, is the biggest problem with Marvel now. This is why when you tweet to them, they block you or they yell at you if you say, hey, I don't like the way it's going. Now, granted, I've read tweets where people took it overboard, but still, they should be at the very least saying, okay, this is your concern, let's address it. What can we do to make this better? Now, we can hope that Generations and Legacy is going to do this, but so far, the confidence is not high.
If you're a Marvel fan and this is something that's been nagging at you for the last couple of years, this is the place where you're going to get your first strong clues, a meta-narrative about who Marvel is and where we're going.
Well, there you go, right from the horse's mouth. This is going to tell us whether or not they're going to correct their course.
Stories that were designed to matter, to carry weight.
Stories that illuminate the path ahead for all of these characters. It's a pivotal moment for the Marvel Universe.
I had to edit this a little bit, and all I edited out was music segments, because if I play any more than 15-second clips, I could get copyright. And there was one point I noticed that I'm sure you noticed where I had a piece of just a picture in the middle of it to break it up. So I will leave the link in the description below if you haven't already watched the entire thing. I'm sure you have. But what did you think? When you watched this trailer, did it inspire you? Did it make you think, you know, maybe this will be something? It looks like they're trying to get us on the right track. Or are you like me, where you watched this trailer and just thought that Marvel spent 2 minutes to tell us that nothing's going to change? These are the characters that are in the Marvel Universe now, and if you don't like it, you can leave it. But those are just my thoughts. What are yours? Let me know in the comments below. Is there a Generations title you're looking forward to? Also put that in the comments. And if you like videos like this, you want to see more, click like, share, subscribe to see more. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. And thank you very, very much for watching.